All right, so episode 26, and we are going live with the IG and, tapping into everyone that wants to ask any certain questions. And, co-host Michael
Yo.
doing his thing. So we have our first contestant. Oh, whoa, we can't be calling out there in foreign countries now, huh? All right, so our first contestant is it's what, Suleiman, I believe. If I'm saying that right. So it's 206 755 7274. All right, we're calling you right now, and we're going to take some time to hop on to one of our guys that's on this IG feed. I'm going to put this on speaker.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, King? How you guys doing?
We doing good. We doing good. How about yourself?
I am doing pretty good. Okay, so I know that this is an Instagram Live, and I'm using my phone to talk. I don't know whether is this going to be recorded on your podcast or what's going to be going on, because I know this is something that I know for sure you've never done before, or I can record you doing.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be on the podcast. So, it's just your shot to ask any questions that you have, and, we're going to respond to you. So, yeah. So
okay, perfect. So, are these trading questions? I just want to be clear. Is this trading questions or just questions in general?
Oh, it's question in general. Whatever that's on the top of your mind.
Okay, cool. All right, first question that I have, small statement is, I've seen trading profits that you've made, which are freaking mind blowing. Like one day, I got like big capital and I put in my account and I was in drawdown,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up losing like a lot of money that day. And I was really like very low. And then the next morning I woke up, I just saw I think that was like the $300,000 week, and like that kept me going.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, like even if I lost so much money, I still can make so much money with the proper discipline, the proper risk management.
Yeah.
But then, I just want to give you big ups for that. Like, for me, just having that figure, that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. But the first question that I do have is,
Mm-hmm.
As far as, like, you make so much money, but yet you don't floss that. Like, to me, that speaks a lot about who you are as a person.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, the thinking behind that. Like, I've never seen a picture of your car on Instagram stories, or trying to show off that you make so much money, you do this, you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is your ideology surrounding that topic?
Honestly, first of all, I want to appreciate you for the acknowledgement. That really means a lot. And second, to answer your question, I just, I'm a very observant person, and and I see what social media could portray a lot of people, right? So I don't like to do what like everyone like in the masses that's doing the exact same thing. Yes, it's great to accomplish, and I completely respect people that that handles whatever that they want to use with their money. Like I'm not going to be here to tell people what they should be doing or why they're just flaunting their money. Everyone's entitled to do what they want to do, but like I don't like to follow like what everyone else is doing. Because like I truly believe is that when you have the money, right? It's only a tool at the end of the day. It's used to buy a lot of different things, and it's used to make more. So you have options on how you want to go about it. But I'm not the person like personally, like I drive a Volkswagen Passat, right? The reason why, like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna be driving the most expensive car, because again, that's not an asset. It's just a liability. So like I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be like everyone else, because there's too many of everyone else, right? There has to be a separation of people that could lead or they could just follow, right? And I always like to lead, because my whole entire life I've always led. It was I either learned something and I applied it, and just kept on going, and just keep it a routine. So that kind of just really adapted to like my thought process of, not being materialistic. You actually you bring like the wrong type of energy when you're posting that you have it, oh, this and that, showing the lifestyle. It's great. You're only going to attract a certain amount of people, but you're not going to attract the masses of people. And I like to show kind of some type of motivation, but in a most corrected format. And that's how I really go about it every single day. Yes, I have my goals. I have my personal goals I want to hit, but I'm never the type of person that's gonna down talk anyone just because of how much money I'm making, or down talk a person, because he's not driving a Lambo. Like, I'm not trying to fit everyone's lifestyle. I'm only trying to fit my own lifestyle. If that makes sense.
Right. That does make sense. That does make sense. And the next question that I do have, like, most of my questions are not even about trading. It's more of like, the mindset that surrounds it. I think for me, it's like, because I've seen this, you post this a few times too, and you mentioned it in one of your live stories, videos as well.
Yeah.
You say, trading strategies work. A lot of them work, but, it's the consistency and the mindset as well. So I think that's why I don't really have as many like trading questions. But the other question I have too is like, coming from an African background, I know that you're Nigerian, and I'm Zambian too. And I came here I came to America about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I think the narrative is like, oh, go to school and be a doctor. And for me, that was my path too, until I found out about. I've always known that I wanted to be a business person, an entrepreneur, and whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I thought medicine was going to be the way to do it because I know doctors get a lot of money, so I can invest in other things. But then when I found this as a platform, I'm like, okay, cool, and now I have to take me where I want to go. How is that narrative for you, and how is that environment for you being, an African man, and having your parents look up to you and tell you that if you're at least 25 or 26, you should be married and you should have a job.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that completely makes sense. I still get that today. Like, yes, like I'm in a relationship, but like, especially coming from a whole African background, we get pressured of like, when are you when are you gonna give me grandkids? It's just like, whoa, slow down, I still need to explore life. There's still things that needs to be accomplished. So at first, my mom didn't even want me to get involved in trading. Like, she thought it was just like, something that I could just do as a hobby, but the way how my mindset was is that I saw her accomplish a lot of things as an entrepreneur, and, I took that envision and then I applied it. So I was like, look, you already accomplished, the things that you already accomplished, why am I pursuing an education when I could do the exact same thing, but, have a skill set that if I actually master it, and then it could be applied and duplicated to the masses of people, right? So that's what I did. I had my ups and downs with it, and my mom was like, look, you should go get a job. And this was me like learning how to trade, and I kept persisting on it. I was ignoring what she was telling me because I didn't want we shouldn't allow our parents to dictate what success should look like, because they're the reasons why they're not successful as it is, right? So they want us to be our backbone, to be treating them and taking care of them, which is completely respectful, right? But for us, as millennials, we want more. We want to have the financial freedom. We want to be like, hey, look, quit your job. I got you a house, et cetera, et cetera. So, and that was my vision, because I told myself when I was 10 years old that I was going to get my mom a big house. I'm still living that goal to have that accomplished by the end of this year. So that was like my original goal, and she kept me accountable, for it, throughout the years, and until I finally had my breakout. That's now, she be calling me like every 2 days. She still calls me literally every single day just to have a conversation, because you know how African moms are. They always be blowing you up, checking you up. Oh, you need food to eat, like, I'm like, look, I'm fine, like, So so now like the conversation starts to becoming different, and it's, oh hey, how much could you send me? And it's just like, man, like I tell sometimes I feel like your damn ATM machine, you just don't gotta go to the ATM itself. You just call, right? So
Mm,
personally, just keep your goals and don't allow anyone, to dictate, what your success and journey should look like. Just
yeah.
keep being persistent and stay focused to the main goal. So,
Yeah, no, definitely. I appreciate that. I think what I think we definitely share the same ideology surrounding like how parents and what they've done for us. Because my mom and my dad both are entrepreneurs back home, and they got to where they are through that.
yeah.
So I think the same way as you do. And another question is like being an African. I think we're the only African that I could say here that I know of that has got a trading like educational platform. How would you describe the culture like that your company has, and like how the the day to day responsibility and dedication and how you treat people as far as respect does your cultural like upbringing like also help you like in the company, and how you manage the just the day-to-day activities and who gets what to do what and how you treat the people as well. Like,
Um,
has that changed?
yeah, like so, like I like to keep like everyone in Blue Capital, like it's a whole culture environment. Like I'll let also Michael chip in, and he's been with me since day one. And then I have my
Mm,
contact guy Derek that creates all the content for Blue Capital. So like, it's more like a family. Like we all really like look
yeah,
out for each other. Like to see like what we could do and bring in the best kind of value to make it a fun environment. And
yeah,
also, bringing out, I personally like to bring out a lot of people's comfort zones because when you come, like, especially to the office or even to like our live sessions, I will call you out and I won't hesitate. I will make you laugh. I will clown my own self, like, and I'll laugh about it. So, like, there's no one that is like, saying that they're perfect in any shape or form. So it's just like allowing you to be who you really are, and then bringing in that comfortable environment. So we just make trading fun.
right.
So
For sure, for sure. And my last question is, and I was not prepared for this. I just hopped because the moment I was like, I saw a notification, like, payments going live. I was like, oh shit, I gotta hop on it. I think my last question for sure is like, I love looking at the ups and the bad parts, and I applaud you for being, such a good leader because I see when you're down at the office and you guys close up and you're walking down the hallway. It looks like it's a shopping mall,
oh yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah.
guys
So
are
yeah, our
taking,
office is right in the mall, so we get to see everyone pass
right.
by, going to the Apple store, and then leaving out there broke. So,
And then coming here to make the
Right.
money
so
back.
so, and then we're actually trading Apple itself. So
I feel it, definitely. I feel it. I think for sure, like you as a leader, you're very. I think that you're very, open-minded person by the looks of things. And I think the last question I have for sure is just, what would you say has been the biggest challenge in not creating a company, but running a company? Because I think the start for a lot of things
yeah.
is hard, but once you start it up, the challenge of starting is not there anymore. So, somebody with a lot of money and a lot of resources can start a company, but you need somebody that is, very passionate and very dedicated to keep that company going. So, what do you
Yeah.
think has been the biggest challenge for you that you face?
I would say the biggest challenge I would say is letting people go that weren't on the same page. It's no like no bad feelings or anything, but I think that was the most hardest part because like with my passion about helping people, I truly want to have everyone win around me, right? So it was like to the fact is that I had to set myself apart from being a friend and being a business owner, right? So and I realized I had to come to terms of seeing the bigger picture that if I continue going as having you on board as a friend, there's going to be a lot of conflict, a lot of comfortability is going to happen, a lot of drama was going to happen. So I had to come to my senses and make a very hard decision on finding out what was really better long term. So that was one of my challenges. And then two, starting up my company again. Like most of you guys don't know, this is my second company. Had a great success in my first company, but my second company was the biggest challenge because this is now like I'm owning it completely 110%. Everything falls on me. Production wise, being consistent, responding to everyone that's signing up, making sure everyone's plugged in correctly. So that was like the biggest crucial thing I had to go to. And then my third, I would say around last year of June and July, I felt very overwhelmed about, I have, everyone that's a part of the company, like I had all my people I had to pay out, individually and, just keeping it real. And, I almost wanted to just be done with Blue Capital. Like I was tired, hopping on the sessions, with my lifestyle of always going to the gym every single day, and helping everyone make money with me every single day. And it kind of made me to the point that like I was really out working and overwhelming myself. I was not getting any kind of sleep. And I almost wanted to be done. But as I know that everything's a learning experience when it comes to running a company, I had my ups and downs, and that is your true test when it comes to running a company. If you're not having your ups and downs, owning your own company as an entrepreneur, then you're not really running a company. So I learned through those trials and errors, and I stuck it out. And fast forward to now, everyone's seeing good amount of value. A lot of people I've taught are now changing their lives financially, which I'm truly blessed about. So those were kind of like the three issues that I went through, the ups and downs, and it wasn't pretty. I used to always call Michael up, and Michael always be available. Like Michael be like, he'd be like, "Yo, what's going on, man?" Like, and I've been to him about everything. So it's good. Yeah, so I had issues, with even Derek too. I'm like, "Yo, bro, like I can't pay you out, man. Like you give me to the end of the month, like, and I take money out of my own pocket, because like I want everyone to be fed." So, but
Yeah.
those were the trials and errors.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's definitely I appreciate the mere fact that you're open enough and willing to be able to share this, and not only with me, but a lot of people that are going to be hearing this.
Yeah, of course.
And one last weird thing, it wasn't weird. Okay, so even if you're all the way in Arizona and up here in Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, I actually dreamt about you. I dreamt about like being. I dreamt. Okay, so my goal is to hit $1 million a day trade. Like
Yeah.
that's my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's an
my
amazing
goal.
goal.
Right? And like I always look up to you because one of the other days you made I think like 275 launches and I can't remember exactly how much that was. And the next morning I dreamt that you and I made $1 million the same day and we're like heck excited and like your African mom met my mom, like your Nigerian mom met my Zambian mom, and they're like hecka like we got along. It was an amazing dream. But all in all, all in all, I really appreciate you. I definitely do. I think little to no Africans doing things like this, and so I just wanna applaud you for your courage and taking a step forward.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That sounds like an amazing dream. I hope you actually enjoy that money though.
Oh heck yeah! It's gonna come to reality. It's gonna come to reality.
Hey man,
Just gotta catch it.
if you can dream it, you can achieve it.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, if you keep talking to existence, it will happen. So
Yep.
Definitely. Actually, when I started trading with like IML, IM Academy,
hmm
and like that was my introduction to all of this.
yeah.
And as much as great, they had really good educational teachers, but they were a lot focused on the marketing aspect,
hmm
and they still are. Um, and what I really wanted to pay more attention to was trading and focus on that because I knew that no matter 10 people quit, I'm still gonna make the same amount of money that I should have made that day.
hmm
Or if the whole organization falls most part, I was still be able to make money through trading. So I think that was something that, got me a lot focused to think, okay, what else is out there, to see what, I could learn. And believe it or not, like, I've actually caught on a lot of, like, the ins and outs of how you trade through just, like, little clips that you put and how you market your chart. I'm like, okay, you get that. I kind of get that. And I apply it to my chart. And believe it or not, it's actually helping a lot. Just, seeing those little clips. So I want to say thank you, man. You don't understand, but I just appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, no problem.
And big ups to every single person that helps you out with the company that's running everything. You don't understand how much it's like it's changing lives out here. So
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to hear.
yeah. For sure, I can. Well, you guys have a good one. Take care, be safe, and always stay dangerous. As always, you got dangerous capital now. It's not blue capital.
All right, man. Well, thank
definitely,
you.
yeah. You have a good one.
Peace.
All right. So that was our first contestant hopping on live. So if you guys want to hop on to the podcast, drop your phone number on the live because we are not answering no questions on the live here. So drop your phone number and we're gonna give you guys a call, and then you guys are gonna be tapping into, having our questions being answered with myself and Michael as well too. So yeah, let's see them. Let's see these phone numbers. Let's see these phone numbers. Oh, we got one.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary. All right, let's have Gary.
Yep, Miami.
Oh, we talking about Miami.
904.
Cha. Huh?
39. Oh, it's okay. He works late nights.
Late nights. Oh yeah, the club life.
Yep.
Oh, we going to a voice message.
We got ghosted.
You gotta leave him a voice message.
Nah.
Oh man. Yeah. Who else want to hop on a live? We got Juan.
Juan wants us to call him.
All right. So it's
Another one over here.
Oh, we got another one.
Yeah. Well, real quick, do you want to tell people why we don't do discounts? I have 3 people who are are there gonna be any discounts? Do you have any more friendlier plans?
Oh my God. I don't want to hear that. Just even hearing that. If you're saying discounts, you can't afford it already. Just save the trouble. Build the money up. Oh, we got Abanez want to go. So 209 531 7510.
Who is this? Oh, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Christian.
Hey, how's it going, Kristen?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. I actually just got home from work and just randomly got on.
Oh, man.
Hopped in.
Hey, well, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, he's making that bread, though. I respect
Thanks
it.
for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
So what's good? What you got for us?
Man, I didn't sound too prepared, but
Hey, yo, this is live cut and raw,
Mm-hmm.
I just saw the opportunity and threw my number in there, but I'm actually just kind of getting my foot through the door on trying to become a trader and just trying to learn everything I can right now.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is other than mentally preparing yourself and fighting that aspect, but what would you say is the number one thing you would say to focus on being a beginner trader?
Oh, you want to answer that, Michael?
Sure. I got this one, Christian. So, for me, what I'll always tell people on my calls, which are usually the beginners' calls, this whole game, this whole market, this whole industry is 80% mental and about 20% knowledge. So you're going to be your own worst enemy within this whole situation here. You're going to either cause yourself to chase trades, revenge trade. You're going to cause yourself, to not set stop losses big enough, which can take you out, where losses are going to happen. So You can't let that get to you. That's where that mental aspect comes in. Like, this market will beat you the hell down, let me tell you.
Yep.
I mean, you think that, hitting the ring with Mike Tyson for 5 minutes is bad. This is going to do 10 times worse. So I think that the mental aspect is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
If you're working on
Honestly,
that,
like I feel like the mental part when it comes to trading is the most hardest part.
It is.
Because we're breaking a barrier that we're so comfortable, taught, go to school, build, but we're not taught to be patient,
right?
Well,
and we're also
you can
taught.
definitely relate to that.
We're also taught at some point save money.
Yeah.
Right. So when we're seeing drawdown and when we're worried about the risk of what we could possibly lose, it's natural to start panicking. Where sometimes that drawdown is just necessary. It's going to happen. And you just have to be confident in the move that you're going to have, and that's what your stop loss and correct risk management is going to come into play.
Chris, if you have questions, drop your phone number, and we're going to give you a call after we're done with Kristen with his fellow questions. I am not answering no questions on the live, so if you guys have questions, drop your phone numbers on this feed, and we're going to give you guys a call.
So if you can take time where you can clear your mind and really focus on the charts, and you can actually look to technicals, then market structure is the easiest thing to start looking for. Everybody can tell highs, lows, support, resistance, which I refer to as floors and ceilings. You know what I mean? It's easy to kind of relate to it in that type of sense. So when you can understand market structure, you're probably about 50% there already, because then all you're looking for is just entries and your take profits, right? So practicing that part is like, going to a basketball gym. You know what I'm saying? Your free throws, you're going to work on your free throws. It's going to happen. The technical aspect is the same thing. The mental portion is where something new could happen any single day, though. So simultaneously working on it, it's a little difficult, but I'm telling you, like, mastering that mental side of it is going to be the biggest thing.
Okay, yeah, and I hear what you have to say. Man, it is definitely a journey right now that I'm just trying to get into it, and I've definitely had my tolls on myself as far as like little mistakes I've made. I understand that it's kind of something I have to fix on my own, I guess you can say. I don't know.
Well, back testing and looking for advice. That's one thing that I love about the community that we have at Blue Capital. When you're a part of our Discord unit, our community, you're going to get advice from every student that's in there. There's very active students that are in there. There's some that aren't very active, but there are some that are very, very, very active. So getting that community support is huge. And then, like, just kind of being, it's like that saying, you might miss something if you're too close to the project. So if someone just comes in and sees something that you marked up and they can see something from an outside perspective, then that can also, help and guide you a little bit. So there are things that, others can actually help out with, and then the community itself, it's just a matter of seeking that help out. You're not going to be in this alone. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be in this alone, you're going to have a tough road ahead of you, which is the other thing I was going to say is just, when patient.
It really depends on who you're learning from. So, like,
That's facts.
You could be alone. Yeah, you could be alone and apply everything that's been taught, right? And stay consistent. But, like, if you're learning it from, like, the wrong individual or, like, wrong groups of people, you're just going to get lost, amongst the mist. So, like, it really depends. It really comes to, like, how determined you are and how badly you want it. If you want it, you're gonna be the best. If you half-assing it, you're going to get half-assed results. So, like, just know that if you want this, to be, like, your full-time thing, you got to treat it as a career that, like, if you're getting interviewed, for the best position out there. And you're going to have to be really organized, being set, having your rules, etc. So you take it seriously, it's life-changing. But, for people that are just doing it, just to do it, then don't expect, because those expectations are just going to make you disappointed. Once you get disappointed, you're not going to end up wanting to be trading anymore. So,
yeah, there's extra nuggets there for you.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time to kind of chat with me and kind of go over this. But
Yeah, no problem, Kristen. I'm glad that we could have answered your questions for you. So it sounds like, you're getting out of work. We'll let you relax. Probably that's the last thing you want to be
yeah,
doing.
so I kind of popped in. I was like, I just recently started following you on Instagram and everything. Kind of check out what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And check out what you post and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny too because we have a common interest in bodybuilding. I see here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, I appreciate you giving me a call and kind of letting me know. I'm definitely gonna look into what you got going on as far as Blue Capital Academy and kind of see what you guys can kind of do for me and help me out.
That sounds
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
feel free. I mean, my DMs are open, so if there's anything that I could help out with, holler at me.
For sure, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, Kristen, you have a good night. All right.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you very much.
All right. So that was Kristen. What, we have one more? We have one more person. Oh, is this? Let's see.
Wasn't Chris were we gonna call Chris?
No, it wasn't Chris.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right. So they already got phone numbers. Hotline bling, baby.
Who?
Loyal Lil. People have some interesting IG names, Oh, this is Loyal Lil.
Yeah, 701
Loyal Lil.
6374.
Man, that's a powerful ring.
That's a bullish ring.
Hey, how's it
So,
going?
how you doing?
Is it Loyal Lil?
My name's Jaleel.
Oh yeah. So what made you create that IG name?
This is back in college when I picked that name.
Oh, okay.
Everybody saying they loyal, but I'm the most loyal out there. I consider myself.
Okay,
Gotcha,
okay,
gotcha.
I respect that.
Yo, definitely a trait that can be respected, man.
All right,
Well,
yeah.
what you got for us?
Yeah, so what do you got for us?
Probably just another basic question, but I had probably 3 or 4 questions. First question is, what would you guys say would be a good number of trees? Like, how many trees should I be putting in throughout the week? Total. I find myself over trees a lot of times.
So I would consider it more of like what you have open, not necessarily for the full week as a target, but what you have currently open. So, for example, like what we promote for correct risk management is using a micro lot, a 0.01, for every $100 that you have in your account. So if you have that, you have a 0.01, you can max out at like 2 trades. So then this way you're you know what I'm saying, 2 open trades. This way you're not going to lose, the whole amount that's in there if, trades go sideways, go the wrong way. But at the same time, you can, you can profit. The whole goal is to literally, like, if you have a goal of a percentage, like what I always talk about on my calls is a 5% goal. If you can profit 5% daily, you're going to compound your account over the span of time. So that's where the patience comes in.
What's my balance?
I'm sorry?
What do you mean by 5%? 5% from what's on the balance? Or?
Yeah, so what your overall balance is. So if you have $100 in your account and you profit $5, then you know what? You just profited 5% off of that account. Then the next day you'll profit off of 5%, then so on and so forth. The goal of the percentage stays the same, but your balance is going to grow at that point. So if you can, use that correct risk management with the correct micro lot size per $100 and minimize your trades and have, two trades open at the right time, then hey, what I'm saying, you're not going to lose anything.
The next question is, how many pairs would you guys say I should flip it for that week?
You want that one?
I honestly feel like you should just focus within two pairs, or find whatever two pairs. Like, keep it simple. At the end of the day, you know, when you're trading, it's all gonna be coming out green. So it doesn't matter what currency pair that you're getting yourself involved with. You want to keep it just as simple as possible. You focus on two pairs. You know, in my personal opinion, find two pairs that correlate in different directions. So if you're trading, for example, GJ, and if you want to be trading gold, they both correlate in different directions. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's still my four right now.
Yeah, yeah. So like with me, I only like trading the most I wouldn't say like exotic pairs, but like pairs that I know that I specifically trade within that moves in specific sessions. So I do that. I focus on those pairs, and that's it. I don't get distracted from the other pairs, because from people that are trading, they get so overwhelmed of this pair is moving, or this pair, oh damn, I missed out on this pair, when truly you should focus on those two pairs. And if you waited and you became patient, you would have executed and you would have made money, rather than trading 10 pairs, 12 pairs a week, which makes no sense, because at the end of the day, it's for you to grow that percentage in your account.
I thought that. I really thought that. I got two more questions.
Mhm.
So let's just say, all right. So I started to just like pick one session, the York session.
Mhm.
So would it be okay to trade? Does it have to be a USD pair? Like, could I trade GJ during that during that New York session?
Yeah. So GJ is traded within even London, even to New York. So sometimes like you have like GJ not moving during like London, but once London session, not London, New York session opens up, later during the day, it will start to pick up some more volume. So New York session is really, it's actually a long session. So like you don't need to only focus just on the USD pairs. You can focus on, especially even like the counter pairs, like if you're trading GN as well too. So you don't need to specifically just focus on those pairs, but just know that those pairs actually do move during New York as well.
Yeah, I kind of find that like GBP pairs
Yeah.
are pretty volatile during at least the beginning portion of New York, the New York session. So like towards end of London into New York, throughout New York, and you got to think when you're talking about correlation, right? If the U.S. dollar is going to be moving during New York, that's going to cause gold to move, which is going to turn and cause GJ to move, right? So certain things that when you learn those correlations and how things work together or against each other, you can start looking at and finding one specific pair, or like Ken said, two pairs, and trade both of those pairs up and down when you can learn them both. You know what I mean? And that way you don't have to focus on 30 different pairs.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And my last question is, before I ask the last question, so, because I'm trading I'm looking at GU and GJ, would that be, like, it's looking like they do the same thing, would that be wise to do that?
Yeah, that's fine. You're basically twin trading on the pairs that are both British pound pairs.
Yep.
So, they correlate together. Honestly, I call them brother and sister. Even though GJ is like the bigger brother and GU is like the sister, but if you trade both of them, like you know what direction that it's going. They both are heading in the same direction. So.
The last question is, I like to I catch myself jumping in out of on the time frames. I don't use the 5 minute or the 1 minute, but 15 minutes up into the daily I like to use. I can jump around. Would you guys consider that I just stay on one time chart, or would it be okay to jump around?
Well, you always want to use higher time frames as confirmation. So it really comes down to what kind of a trader that you are. If you're a position trader, that's more for people that that's trading on a daily and monthly time frames. If you're a swing trader, you're trading on the 4 hour, sometimes 1 hour, and then if you're in the day trader, well, yeah, swing trading, you trade more on a 4-hour time frame. But if you're in a day trader, you're trading more on a 1-hour time frame. You know, like you're at least catching like 50 to like 100 pip movements, and then you're done for the day. So like, and then the last thing, of course, you know, being a scalper, which I highly don't even advise. But if you know, if you have a valid strategy that works, that by all means, you know, go for it. But if you're not the type of person that, you know, that is not too patient enough to hold on, if you don't have like a big comp size, I highly suggest, you know, like looking at, you know, from like the month, get your confirmations from the higher time frames, and then have your executions on, you know, either the 1 hour or the 15-minute for your entries.
That's what I was just gonna say. Is instead of bouncing all around,
Yeah.
or moving from lower time frames to higher time frames, start from the higher time frame and work your way down.
Yeah.
Because all the higher time frame is a consolidated version of each lower time frame before it.
Yeah. Have you ever played Call of Duty?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
downloaded it on my phone like last week.
Oh, you see, so you're familiar of using like, you know, like the what's that shit called?
No, I'm a 2K player, bro.
No, it's like using like using a rifle, right? So using a rifle, and you know, you wanna zoom in to your target, right? So it's just like from the higher time frames, you're zooming in to your target on where you want to shoot, right? So where you want to shoot is your 15-minute or your 1 hour time frame, and then hitting your entry. So that is just like that perception of like how you want to look at the markets from the higher, getting down to where your entry point is. So then you have your confirmations to align.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you have your confirmations to align after doing so, and then once you get to that, you know, where you're feeling you're confident, that's where you want to enter, you get your position in.
All right, got it. That was good. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you
You're
for
more than
hopping
welcome.
on.
Thank you for hopping on.
No problem.
All right, man.
We got room for one more? Waving? Airplane mode?
He's at the iPhone on airplane mode.
Yeah, all right. So we got room for one more to hop on. If you guys want to drop your number on the feed, we give you guys a call. So we have room for one more. I think, is this the same iMarket Live in this academy? No, it's not.
Ooh, you answered a question on the live. They're supposed to call in.
Yeah, so no, I was answering a question there. All right, we got room for one more.
Any more numbers over there?
Yeah, we got one, but he's a student. He don't count.
Oh man, I'm gonna hear it on my call tomorrow. Then.
Right. No, he said it on the live here too. He was like, "Damn, I'm getting encouraged right now." When's this episode getting? I'm going to be available on Spotify. Well, at first it got to be edited, this and that, and then downloaded to all of the platforms. So
Derek's uploading it in an hour.
yeah, he's gonna.
I'm just kidding.
Preston's eyes went, "Whoa!" He's like, "I came late."
I am just kidding.
Hey Juan, if you want to hop on, drop your number on the feed, and you know we'll give you a call for that last one. He said friend zone. All right, so Juan, what's your number?
On the Blue Cap Hotline bling.
I think he dropped it up a little bit earlier here. Let's see.
You know, I must say, I like this format, though. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Tapping in to the outsiders.
All right, so here we go. So our last contestant, and that's it. Man, are you zooming in on me? Oh, I was like, man. All right, so it's 830-275-9410.
Who's this?
This is Juan Rodriguez.
Oh, it's Juan. What's he doing with an 830 number?
I don't even know. He's in a whole different area code.
I don't even know that's an Arizona area code.
What area code is that? Actually, we're going to ask when he house on.
Okay, cool. I'm on.
Yeah,
Hey.
so Juan, I got a question.
I got a question for you.
What is your area code?
It's Texas. I'm originally from Texas.
Oh, he's a Texas boy.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
you from Texas.
What's up, bro?
Oh man.
Not much, not much. You know what? I actually mentioned one of my weaknesses in trading. I put it on the live, but
Yeah.
one thing I'm kind of noticing is my problem is, like, I'll get the trade, I catch them in profit, but then I don't want to feel like a scalper, so I want to hold it till TP, and then, you know, it ends up being stop. And I'm like, fuck, I should have pulled that trade when it was in profit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would have been a good percentage, you know?
Yeah.
But,
You want
so
to
I don't know, I don't want to feel like a scalper, but I'm thinking I'm going to start doing that because, like, all
So
my trades, like,
So there's nothing wrong with taking your profit if you look at that and you're like, all right, I possibly see it reversing back the other way, or you're just comfortable with the dollar amount, or like I said on one of the other calls, if your goal is 5% and let's say that trade is at 10%, well, there's nothing wrong with trading that out closing that out because you've already made your goal. You know what I mean? There's always going to be another trade to go after.
Yep.
You know, so if you see it, all you're going to be doing in the long run is compounding anyway. Then you can say, okay, if it turns around and goes the opposite way, I'm glad I got out. Or if it stays the same way and keeps going that same direction, then you can back test and say, well, what would I have done if my mental would have said keep in this trade? What is giving me the confirmation this was going to keep going down? Mm-hmm. So either way, in that case, you're profiting and you're learning at the same time, either way. So there's nothing wrong with closing out the trade if you're comfortable.
Also look at this perspective. Go to your bank teller and ask them that you want to withdraw $1,000, right? And supposedly it was your lucky day. And they're like, yeah, we could add an extra $200 into it. Are you going to be greedy and take that, or just take the amount that you actually requested?
what do you mean, like, they would add a 200?
Yeah, they added $200.
Like,
So if they added $200 and you requested for $1,000, and they're like, yeah, we have someone left, an extra $400. Will you be greedy to secure that extra $400, or are you just gonna take your request and just call it a day?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I've learned in trading. I thought I wasn't very greedy, but I think I am.
There you go. So if I was you, I wouldn't take that $400. Just like how you're in the markets, you're up $1,000, up $2,000. You want to just secure whatever that is already there, right? If you're looking for additional funds to close, then you already lost the trade, So it's gonna eliminate that greed. You have to switch your mindset from looking at the certain amount that you're up to looking, okay, if I'm up here, am I going to be up here again in this trade? You're going to be like, your chances are probably, 50-50. So I'd rather secure it, have my capital, have that growth of percentage there. I have more capital now than my previous trade that I entered, and then enter in a better position, right? So you're eliminating the greed. Just because you're up in profit and you're closing early doesn't mean you're a scalper, because you always be focusing. Your scalper is like 2 minutes. You're in profit, back in red, Yep. So if you're securing a profit, secure it. You don't lose. You don't ever lose by securing profits, ever. No one's ever going to tell you you are the worst trader that secures your profits. I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before.
That's like an oxymoron.
Yeah. But we always get that scenario for people that, oh man, I was up 18K and damn, I end up closing at 8. You're up 18K. Know anywhere that you could go and make that certain amount of money legally, right? Off your phone.
Yeah.
And just secure.
Yeah.
Or if you're too busy, if you got a good entry, pull stop profits, just set it and forget it. Sometimes when I'm on the New York session with you guys, I hop on a New York session for 2 hours. I go to the gym, place my stop profit, come back. I'm like, oh shit, good, we're in profit. I hit TP.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, because then at that point you're never losing at all.
You're never losing.
Yeah, because one thing I learned in the beginning is you either hold it to stop loss or take profit, and I was like, I don't know, that's a good strategy, but I tried it, and sometimes I just take profit, I feel good, and sometimes I stop loss, and it's like, shit, like, I can't keep doing this, because, like, there's been so many times where I've been in trades, and I'm, like, fucking excited, because I'm like, yeah, I'm in profit. Then maybe, like, an hour later, look at the phone, the thing's starting to drop, and I'm like, just hold it. Look another hour later, and it's, like, getting real close to that stop loss, and I'm like, I don't know if I should pull it or not. And then I pull it like late, or sometimes I don't pull it, and I just keep holding it, and then it hits the stop, and I'm like, why didn't I just pull it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that kind of came into my mind. I was actually seeing a story on my life real quick, actually. I saw a story on his Instagram, and somebody asked him a question. Hey, how come you don't ever just, hold the trade till like TP or, stop loss? And then he answered back, and it actually kind of resonated pretty well. Like, I was like, wait a minute, like, maybe that's my problem. So he says, well, profit is profit, like, you're still making a good percentage on your account. That's what you got to do in this industry sometimes. That's why you got to lose, because, you guys don't pull your profits.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit, like, this guy might be on something.
Yeah, I mean, think about it though. Your stop loss,
It's like it's all starting to click.
your stop loss and take profits are going to be there for if, let's say, you're not looking at your phone at all. You might be at work or you might be doing something, right? So your stop loss and take profit is there for that reason. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss. You risk correct, whatever. Now, if you're looking at your phone every so often, which emotional people do, and until you eliminate those emotions, you're going to look at your phone damn near all the time. So if you're looking at your phone and you're in profit and you're like, holy shit, I could secure this, secure it. You know what I'm saying? If it's your slice, it's your slice of the pie for that trade. Nothing wrong with that. You're eating.
No, you're right. You're right. I think I'm actually going to start doing that, because that goes back to your, you mentioned it like every time you've been mentioning it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like your 5% rate, at even $100 or whatever, if you're making 5%, or even if you make more than 5%, why not secure it? Even if you hit big profit, even if
I'm just gonna say this now. You make 5% every single day in trading than your job. I'm gonna drop the mic.
Then you're what?
You make more trading. You make more in trading by making 5% than your current job.
No, you're right. You're right. You're definitely right on that. And I've seen the possibilities in trading.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, I called that sell on gold. That would have been a quick in and out trade that you could have easily just profited on and got out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pips are pips, man.
It went right back up. Pretty much after.
It happens. It happens. It's natural. It's the market.
Yeah. But that's something I'm starting to realize, and I think, I'm going to actually just, swallow my pride and get rid of the greed.
Yeah, you shouldn't have no, there should be no pride when it comes to trading at all.
Yep.
Like, remove that, throw that shit out the window, never even return it.
That market
Like,
will
don't even
humble
ask
the
for a
shit
receipt.
out of you.
Like, don't. Like, that should be out the window. You're looking at the charts, you're being patient, you see what makes sense, you execute, no emotion. It's a new day. You do it repeat until it becomes a whole complete lifestyle routine. And once you do it, you're going to be getting into trades completely blind because you know what you're doing. When you get comfortable into that zone, and then it becomes limitless. It's just like, now you could be like, wow, trading's literally a video game. Like people are like, yo, what are you doing this weekend? I'm trading and I'm making money. And I'm playing a video game at the same time. So you're getting paid to be patient in the market and just executing it, and that pride is completely gone.
Yeah, you're right. I remember you said it on a call before, and it's kind of stuck with me now. It's like you get paid to wait.
Yeah, you get paid to wait. You don't get paid to enter on trades. That makes no sense. So there's no right to wrong answer when it comes to trading, as long as you know what you're doing and why you enter in a position. So, if it makes sense, it makes sense. So if it doesn't make sense, you go back, you back test, you correct why you enter into that position, and you correct yourself. So then you don't repeat yourself on the next trade setup. If you keep repeating yourself, then clearly there's something wrong with you, and you're not applying to what you actually was correcting yourself on. So it's all about repetition when it comes to, fixing your mistakes, and then and then you correct going back on the charts.
And like I said, that's what I think I'm going to really start doing because, I feel I'm repeating the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, like expecting a new result, and it's not working. So I'm thinking maybe if I just start doing this percentage thing, even if it does take profit, I already pulled my profit, still in good profit. Each day I keep doing that, setting stop profits too, like, you don't lose anything. You're always just gaining and compounding the account.
Yep, that's right.
Little by little.
Yes, sir. That's what it's about. And all you're doing right there is you're creating your own strategy.
Yeah.
It all comes full circle.
All right. So does that solitude your question?
Definitely.
All
I
right.
just didn't want to feel like a scalper because you were like, well, scalpers,
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, no, we can go over that even tomorrow when you're on the call. I know you'll probably be on there, so if you want to talk about it more, we can definitely do that then too.
See, if I can get on the call tomorrow, I think I may have to work, but if not, then we'll talk about it another time. But you guys definitely, I've definitely learned from more than any other academy, like from you guys and anyone else, and I definitely would recommend Blue Capital to pretty much anybody, because like I've started noticing I've been getting better at getting like way better entries, like on GJ. Like if I would have been patient though, because I got literally a sniper entry on GJ the other day, and I was just like, and then I saw it coming back down, and I should have just held it. I pulled it out and could have closed out later with like 50, 80 profit, or 50 or 80 pips, or 100 almost. Because GJ was just on an uptrend all last week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right, yeah. So I think that comes to a close. So I appreciate you, Juan, for hopping on for our last, contestant caller. And, hopefully, we're going to see you plugged in for our New York session. And, yeah, we're usually going to finish off this week pretty strong.
Yeah, Juan,
Definitely. I'll be up for New York.
We definitely appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys, too.
All right, take care, brother.
Likewise.
Yeah, Vic, we were just going over people are tuning in to answer questions, but we just ended episode 26, and we're going to call it a night.